How's everybody do with doing the inspection and building options? Is that a struggle? I hear that all the time. Okay, certain guys struggle with it, or have you guys managed to do pretty well with it?
I think we've really pushed that.
Yeah.
In the beginning of mid-2023, going into 2024. 2024 is really when we picked up our training.
Okay.
And we really started to train on procedure.
Okay.
At the end of 2023, December 13th, actually, we implemented the straightforward pricing guide.
Okay.
And that helped us to also be able to really train on this is how we're going to do it every single time. So we're not going to go and do any work until we get a price to the customer, until we give them their options, and we sign off on it.
Yeah.
And I think it's been a lot better. And some of the older technicians who've been here a lot longer are coming around to it and seeing the value in that.
Right.
But it's still, I mean, it's always a work in progress.
Yeah. Did you not have a lot of turnover? Most everyone gave it a shot, or did you lose a few people along the way?
We didn't lose anyone to the changes.
That's great.
And I think they were slow, and because we saw each other every day too.
Yeah.
It was communicated. And like Levi said, we typically try to put a lot of value in it for our employees. So at the beginning of 2024, we asked everyone, like, what benefits do you want to see? What new benefits do you want to see this year?
Right.
And they all responded, and it was more PTO.
Right.
So we went and gave more people more PTO and sick pay. And so you kind of correlate that to, like, when we grow and we do what we need to do, you grow.
That's great.
And also the customer is getting better service.
Right. Right.
So we relate all this.
For sure. Anyone who's had a plumbing emergency knows I'd much rather know about it before it becomes an emergency than when it is. So for sure, the customer wins as well. That's great. So when you rolled out straightforward pricing, was it like a multiple day, we're going to talk about it? Or it's like, because that's always a question we get from new members. What's the best way to do it?
I think we kind of built it up and said, this is when we're going to do it. This is when we're going to do it. And actually, I think our original plan was to do it in January. Yeah. But then we talked to the guys at one of the trainings, and they said, let's just start it now. Oh, so then we started about a month earlier than we had planned to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And not only the straightforward pricing guide, we rolled out memberships at the same time.
I was going to get to that. There you go. All right. Well, we're just going to do it all. It's in the book. You might as well talk about it, right?
I mean, we started training on it. That took over all of our training for months.
Yeah.
We trained on the book, page by page.
That's great. So you made it a priority. Oh. That's a good message for people to hear. That's not like, okay, here you go run calls. It doesn't work that way, right?
It doesn't.
Yeah. That's great.
Well, and the big benefit to the guys with that, and Grace touched on it a little bit, was they wanted more time off. But the big thing was on-call time off.
Okay.
And with the memberships, we only service after-hours calls to members.
Right.
So that pretty much cut our on-call time that we were going out and doing jobs. Probably it's maybe a quarter of what it was before, if not less. So that was huge for them. So I think they all appreciated that.
Right. Well, you guys are doing, when you have the club members, you're doing the inspections, right? Once a year. So all of a sudden, there are not going to be as many emergencies, because hopefully people will go, okay, let's get this taken care of before I have water in my house at 2 a.m. So it's kind of funny how that all works together.